Sanford Stadium in Athens. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. On the move from inside his own 20. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver going in motion. Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Got it, looking for the first down. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Hunt is on its way. He'll return it from around the 50. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Across the 35. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And it's the game-breaking speed. You see right there, he takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Coming out with it, it's Phillips. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Throws to the wideout. The short hands, it's Humphries. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Punch it out of the air.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. A designed run for the quarterback. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. At midfield, he's got room. It's a running room. The 20. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldog. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. It didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Inside, it's Owens. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I'd go back to him again after that first carry, but the defense more ready. They're more alert, dialed into the running back. They're like, listen, we've given up one big play. All eyes on him. Nice job getting the guy on the ground.
Reed rushes on him. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends. And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now, can they continue to grow? Can the passing game get better, Palmer, and take that next step?
Well, the good news is you still got Marcel Reed throwing the football, right? A guy with tons of experience and a guy who's made a lot of big plays throughout his career. So you bring in Horton, who comes over for Alabama. Big physical guy who can make plays down the field. Craver can take a hitch route, 80 yards, and score. Still a really good 1-2 punch of this Aggies offense, especially the passing attack. Still going to be tough to stop.
Running inside, it's Owens. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Hauls it in with one hand. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Man, what a catch by the big tight end. They got those big old huge mitts, those big dudes. So nice job sticking up in the air, and it just sticks to it, makes the nice spectacular grab.
High and away, headed toward the sideline, just the way he drew it up. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he scores! Touchdown Bulldogs!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They'll snag it just inside the 10. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
Texas A&M offense will take over 1st and 10.
Here's Reed to throw. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Caught behind the line. It's Thomas. Turning it on. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
And the Aggies peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to him and it'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Reed on the play action. Snagged out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Back open in the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. He'll take it himself. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. This has become almost automatic. 4th and 1, go for it. They did, and they got it.
No doubt about it. No discussion. I don't need to consult my offensive coordinator. I don't need to consult my defensive coordinator. We're going for that, and we're going to get it, and we're going to go for it. And if we don't get it, we're going to go for it the next time.
Texas A&M back to work with another first down. The run inside. It's Morrow. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
If you are a fan of old school running the rock, then you absolutely love this drive. 80-plus yards. They've done it mostly on the ground. That last run now sets them up even closer to the goal line. And you can see these defenders. They're looking over to the sideline looking for answers. They don't know what the front needs to be, if they need to substitute more big guys on the field. They can't stop the running game.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, 2nd and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the 3rd down.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Now on the move. Moving toward the end zone. Ball out. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on fourth down again. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about this defense, man? A lot of times on fourth and long, you see conservative calls where they back up in heavy zones. Man, they bring pressure, catch them off guard a little bit, speed up the thought process, do a nice job of mixing it up. And because of that, they force the fourth down, incompletion, and they get the football back.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Gets the back moving. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Got enough for the first. Out of bounds down to 17. Big pickup there, not only in yardage, but it gives them some breathing room.
I don't think the defense was expecting an outside run there. Offensively, they go with the toss play, and the running back's able to get to the outside and downfield. It was too late before the defense was able to tackle him out of bounds.
Looking for space. It's Phillips. There's a crease. The 50. He's inside the 40. The 20. He is in. Touchdown Bulldog. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. He'll bring it out. It's Bussey. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Throwing Reed. Flips it out on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. Texas A&M going up tempo.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. Breaks the tackle. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Texas A&M will use its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Reed. Looking to the big tight end. Finds his man. It's Thomas. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Back to throw, it's Reed. Buys a little time with his feet. Fires to the right. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Play fake, Reed. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to run it. Got his man to the left. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The whistle sound, and they got it called just in time, using the timeout with a second left now to see if they can score before the half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Splits the uprights. Good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the Illinois Fighting Illini. And it's the Buckeyes who win it on their home turf. They take pride in protecting their dirt, so to speak, and they did so today.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return.
That gets their record to 3-0 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Got room on the return.
Hey, guys, I tell you what, man, they went into half. They were ready to rock and roll to start this second half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of the...
Makes the catch, and he's free. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
So difficult, because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
And the Bulldogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Might be calling a hot route. This quarterback part of their running game. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Touchdown, Bulldog! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. The sure hands, it's Williams. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Reed. Oh, he wants it all. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Bringing the heat. That one never had a chance, incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
It'll be 3rd and long. The snap sets up the throw. Somehow fits it into that traffic. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
That's just a great job by the defense, winning early in the drive to set up a 3rd and long situation, and then they're just playing back. They're making sure they keep the football in front of them, they make the tackle, and they now set up 4th down.
Georgia lining up to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Defense in press coverage. Wide receiver comes in motion. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Oh, a double pass. Pressure coming. Upstairs to make the catch. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses were always fun to watch.
Here's Reed to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Looking for a man. It's Reed. Lets it fly. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Buying some time as he moves left. It's caught downfield. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Texas A&M going quickly. Throwing Reed. The sweet feet buy a little time. He wants it all. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Now sliding to his left. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Go straight ahead. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Aggies.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. They've got it to a 2-possession game, but now going for the onside kick here in the third quarter. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, I know you're down. I think it's always hard of when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the third quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. The give to the back.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Direct snap. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
And the Dogs getting set on 1st and 10. There's got some room headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dogs! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And the extra point was good.
Number 91, set to kick off.
And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. With Reed. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. Looking deep. Makes a grab down the middle. Finds a seam. 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
And that's exactly what this offense needs, man. They need that clock to stop. They need to make big plays and score. Their defense needs to join the party, get some stops, and the passing game continue to be hot, and they might get back in this football game.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Frazier. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Motion from the back. Frazier again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quarterback making adjustments. To throw, it's Stockton. Looking down the middle. Down the seam. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Georgia going up tempo. Looking downfield on first down. He's got the back in the middle. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Yeah, and this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down, and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on 3rd down.
Blue 30! Blue 30! Move! Right on the end!
Marches ahead. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in Week 4. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Reed. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Reed. Got his man on the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he
just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Reed. Here's a heat. Blasted as he lets it go. On target to the left. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with the big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good